Hello, this is Past Chris, and I am here to go over notes to make my life, I hope, a lot easier. So these are just math notes, and I'll go over the definitions from Chapter 8. The math notes from the book reading titled Reading, Writing, and Proving, a closer look at mathematics, second edition by first name Aldrich de P. and Pamela Garrick. I'm sure I butchered those names, but that's the title. Yeah. And note, throughout the notes you will hear, or if you're reading this, period, breathe, so I do not have to hear my wheezing breath, and allows me to breathe. Period. Breathe. So you hear pauses, a lot of pauses. Chapter 8 starts on page 81. More on operations on sets. Period. Breathe. Skipping important information to definitions. Definition 8.1. Let uppercase X denote the universe and fancy A, comma, breathe. A collection of subsets of lowercase x, then the union. If the collection is defined as big union, uppercase A subscript A belongs to fancy A out of subscript equals starts parentheses lowercase x belongs to uppercase x colon. Breathe. Case x belongs to lowercase a for some s belongs to fancy A and a parentheses. Period. Breathe. And you can see that there's what the actual text is, but I'm reading from the script to make my life easier, I hope. Period. Breathe. Again, definitions are found on page 84 of the book. I realized I didn't write that, but now you know. So on and so forth. Period. Breathe. Second definition 8.2. Let uppercase A denote the universe and fancy A empty, non-empty collection of subset of lowercase x. Period. Breathe. Then the intersection of collection is defined as big intersection uppercase A subset lowercase a belongs to fancy A end of subscript equals start parentheses lowercase x belongs to uppercase x colon. Breathe. Lowercase x belongs to uppercase A for all A belongs to fancy A end of parentheses period. Breathe. And again, there is another show of it. I'm moving down. Starting third definition, 8.3. A set sloped uppercase I is called an index set for a fancy A, comma, breathe. If for each alpha A belongs to sloped uppercase I, there is an element uppercase A subscript alpha n subscripted belongs to fancy A corresponding to alpha A, comma, breathe. And every element in fancy A is labeled in this way, period. Breathe. Fourth definition, 8.4. Given an index set sloped I in corresponding sets uppercase A subscript alpha A n script that are defined for each alpha. A belongs to sloped I, comma, breathe. The set starts parentheses uppercase A subscript alpha end of subscript colon. Alpha belongs to sloped I end of propose is said to be index set or also called index collection of sets period breathe. Moving down. Last definition 8.5 starts prelapse for problems 8.18 ends parentheses period breathe. A collection of sets fancy A is said to be pairwise disjointed if the following is satisfied: colon breaks for all upper case X, comma, breathe. Uppercase Y belongs to fancy A, comma, breathe. If uppercase X intersects uppercase Y does not equal empty set, comma, breathe, then Y equals Y, period, breathe. And that is 7 minutes and 20 seconds. No, 10 seconds. You can do this. Keep going. Do not stop. You can do this. You can study and you can get this done and be smarter than what you were before this class on proofs.